Yes. Okay.
I just
Hello,
raised the volume
everybody.
as
We
well.
are actually live now. Very sorry to be late. Oh, but boy, did we ever have a bunch of things. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And
Right, right. Everything went wrong
yes,
today.
everything went wrong today. But I'm getting love. There's love happening in the chat. So straight back at you. I send love back. I saw purple hearts floating around there. I know, like with these young kids, like they have different color hearts means something different. They have this like language between them. There's a
Yeah.
whole emoji language,
Okay.
so that we don't know about because you're a
Hmm.
millennial and I'm a Gen X.
Right,
Different colors
right.
mean certain things. Anyway, Arukas, hello, guys, welcome. Bobby, what are we doing tonight?
We are doing well. This is your night, man. I mean, I
I
guess
know, but
every
you're
night
the
is your
host.
night, but this is
You're the
really,
host,
this is
man.
like a very, very personal night for you.
It
This is
is
your album release, well, album
party.
listening party,
Listening
release listening
party.
party.
Indeed, it is.
And we're gonna listen to your album
Oof.
that has been with you for the better part of
25
three
years.
decades.
The first song on this album, yeah, I wrote in the year 1997, if you can imagine.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like that just to give you an idea. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. Like thank you
right.
guys all for coming. It's great to have you here. Thank you for taking a little bit of an interest in my album, and it means a lot to me. And man, I guess let's start. Let's listen to a track
Well, let's give everybody a few minutes
to
to
settle in.
to come in, and I think let's talk about the album a little bit.
Okay,
Let's.
go for it.
So you said that this started for you in 1997.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you wrote the first song,
Mm-hmm.
were you thinking this is a song for an album, or was this just something you had to get out of yourself and put
It's a
pen to
great,
paper?
yeah. The song in question that I wrote in '97. It's called Freedom. By the way, so far I get so many people telling me that's their favorite song.
Okay.
Thank you, Spin Music. Thank you. So worth the time. It is. I think so. So yeah. Um, so normally, like I have always been a record producer, and well, I mean, hold on. My first job. Wait for it. Hold on a second.
Hey, Nick, Jasmine, it's been
Sorry.
nice of the crowd to be here. I'm just saying hi to everyone.
Ah, yes, I do have the original. I do have the original, and it does exist. And we could, you know what I want to do real quick here? Because this is not a Pac-Man night. So there, that's better. It's all about me. All right. So no, okay, so I'm a composer first. That was always my dream because the biggest dream I could dream was to be like Peter Gabriel, singer, songwriter, producer, arranger. You know what I mean? Like he did everything, or like
Right,
Prince,
right,
right? Like play
right.
all the instruments, do it all. But I also produced other artists. So there were other artists that I would, that would hire me to do their albums.
Those were your first paychecks, right?
Some, yes. Well, actually, my very first was, yes, as a music producer. So
Okay.
I was a professional music producer before a professional composer. Um, of the two, I would go Peter Gabriel, Dozy. Um, Phil Collins, I just, you know what? I've never been able to get on board with that. It's just, don't get me wrong. The guy's a phenomenal drummer, great talent, amazing songwriter. Just never got into his stuff compared to Peter Gabriel, you know? Like Phil Collins is on the surface. He's a very pop music. And Peter Gabriel's like in the soul, in the heart, right? So when I wrote Freedom, first of all, Freedom, it's a very dark song. Most people don't realize how dark it is. It's a song about wanting to die. And freedom, inside my final breath, I come to you in death. So in other words, the point of this song is that I will only be free once I'm dead. That's when I will experience freedom in this life. And so it's a very dark song. And, you know, during that time, I was unbelievably depressed, you know, and, barely functioned in society. So, like I said, I was always producing other artists, and it never occurred to me to put out my own songs. But then people would hear them and be like, oh my gosh, you should release these songs. Now, before Freedom, I wrote 2 other albums of all my, starting at Berkeley, when I was in Berkeley still. And, but
when
Freedom.
You say wrote, you mean just, when you say wrote an album, you mean recorded it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Everything like Play With My Heart, but other albums, and they're just called the early songs, but it's like there's 2 albums of stuff before. So I've always been writing songs. Actually, I wrote my first song when I was 15 years old. And yeah, let's not go there. When I was 15, but there's kind of funny story, but so people would, you got to release your album, put out your album. But, Freedom also I wrote while I was living in Hollywood. And, that's where my career took off in Hollywood, right? And I was too busy, and then I came back to Canada after 6 years and wrote a couple more songs and same thing. And then by the time then I had a massive explosion of songwriting from 2014 up until, I guess, 6 years ago is when it kind of filtered down. So anyway, I had an explosion of songs, and I have over probably 100 unproduced songs that I just wrote and are waiting to be produced. I have enough produced finished tracks to release at least 1 or 2 more albums, so I have a lot of stuff is what I'm saying. But here's the thing, and this is the part I want to get to, and this is the important part, the meat of the story. The meat of the story is I was terrified to release my album, and there was always a reason. I always had an excuse. I would make these amazing, bulletproof excuses, like, oh, there's no point to release music in this day and age. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody listens. Why would I release an album? And even my students would be like, you have to release this. It's so good, blah, blah, blah. And, I think it's very true that when you like someone, it's like you can't separate the art from the artist, right? So I think that, people who like me and understand I'm basically a good guy, maybe they're like, oh, you're so amazing, because they think I'm a good guy and I'm amazing, so they think the music is amazing. I'm attempting to be humble. I think the songs are great. I really do. And I think it's a great album where everybody can find something, So finally, I guess it was about 5 years ago, I understood very clearly that I was just afraid. It was just fear. Because Bobby, if I do a soundtrack for X-Men Mutant Academy, that bombed. Nobody liked that soundtrack. It was way too ahead of its time. It was just too strange, too weird.
It's a great soundtrack, by the way.
Well, it is. 25 years later, it's finally not ahead of its time. But when you consider that was written in 1998, released in the year 2000, it was very ahead of its time. Anyway, so it's one thing if they don't like that music, it's like, all right, fine, it's just, soundtrack for a game. And so problem is partly the game. And so who cares? But if they don't like my album, it's personal. Then they don't like my heart. They don't like my soul. And that is a massive risk because I am a very fragile human being. I'm so Like I'm hanging on by a thread most days. If you flash back to our conversation about Signal versus WhatsApp, right? Like I'm barely hanging on, guys. So the point is lots of songs were written between 97. 97 is the first song that's on this album, began in 97. But songwriting itself goes back to the year 1985. Actually, 84, if you want to get technical. So you'd hope I'd be able to write a pretty decent song by now. Oh, dear. Oh, I remember my first kind of where I recorded everything and did it all myself. Oh, we should listen to that. We should. Do you guys want to hear that? Let's do that now because it's not like on the album,
Yeah, sure.
but it's going to give you an idea of.
This was when you were 15?
This is 16 here. So yeah,
16, okay.
16. I'm doing
You
everything.
still have this file.
100% because I'm very organized.
I know. I'm always impressed by that.
It is, and not only that, I can find it in 2 seconds. Like, boom, I'm there. Here it is, ready to go. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of these we can listen to.
This one.
I loved reggae. Let's see. Here it is. It's so innocent.
Tell me what it's all about. I'm scared to love you, scared to be alone. Too much of my life has gone wrong and I just can't face it enough. I just fall down through between you and I. Whoa, baby, don't make me cry.
I mean, it's a good hook. And there's a melodic contour. La la da 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 da. La da da da. La 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 la. And if you reverse that, bum ba ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba ba bum, right? Ba ba da da. Anyway, this was like actually before Raiders of the Lost Ark came out. Thank you very much, John Williams. No, it had come out by that point, but that's not the point. There were melodic contours. Say again?
How did you record this?
Right. Okay. So first of all, it was on a 4-track cassette tape.
Ah, okay.
Cassette.
Right.
And then I had to like bounce the bass and the piano to a track so that I could then play whatever. I can't remember, but and then it was copied. The master copied to another tape, and then I guess sometime when I was in LA, I had all my cassettes with me, and I found the cassette, and I'm like, oh shit, man. And I'm like, this is like all from my teenage years. So I was like, transfer it to a DAT tape for preservation, because it's my history. This is my history, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing I have here, I wrote a piece of percussion music, and it was actually performed live. So this is technically my first published composition. It's a trio for percussion. And by the way, you have to understand that I'm doing this also with a 4-track. So like all the parts, I'm trying to play them in time. No click track, right? So anyway, the performance, I had 2 other players perform it with me, went a lot better. All right. Enough appetizers?
I think so. I
Okay.
think we can start.
We can start. All right.
Let's get into the first track.
Let's do it.
You want to intro it? And
So this is the first song off of my album, and I guess like you could consider the first single, and it's called Wine and Song. Here we go. By the way, an ambulance passed by, so if you heard some discordant stuff, that was the ambulance. That was not part of the song. Guys, thank you all. I mean, it's so nice that some of the things you guys are saying. And hello to all those people that just joined us. Thank you, guys. It's so nice to hear, somebody say something nice about my songs. I appreciate it. So maybe I'll tell a little bit of the story behind this.
Right.
You know, why did I write this? So I was in a relationship many years ago, and it didn't last so long. It was like maybe 2.5 years. And during that time, it became clear to me that this woman was a complete and utter self-absorbed narcissist, who, you know, the breakup was not bad. It wasn't ugly. It was just like, hey, I've got to move on with my life. This is not working for me. And I was good, you know, I was very good to her, you know, during the transition and during the breakup, and, I helped her with all kinds of things. And anyway, so let's go through these. Most artists feel like they're worthless. So I started off with a wasted life, meaning my life wasted, the time I wasted with her. I'm exaggerating. I cut myself and you're the knife. In other words, you caused me some pain. As a thief in the night, I took you down without a fight. So in your attempt to take what was mine, I stopped you. So these are just, poetic ways of saying some very basic things. And now that you're gone, I celebrate with wine and song. I mean, that's self-explanatory. And because it could have worked. The relationship could have worked. This is the point, which is why I say, what a shame, what a waste. It was your fear that you should have faced. So she didn't face her own fears. She didn't face herself. And that contributed to the breakup. Wine and song. Was it really me you had pinned your hopes on? Which, I'm basically saying, did you really think this was going to work? And now you're all alone. You should have cared. You should have loved. You should have known. I love that lyric. I really, really love that, because how many times have we heard that, well, you should have known, right? So you should have cared. You should have loved. You should have known. Wine and song. You should have known all along. Wine and song. I should have known all along that basically the relationship was not going to work. A gentle scream. I keep on washing, but I can't come clean. So, in the middle of the night, maybe I'm just like, oh, I got to get out of here. This doesn't feel right. I felt guilty because I didn't want to break up and, so all kinds of things. But I keep on washing and I can't come clean also refers to my own dirt. So whenever a relationship goes bad, it's never one person's fault. There's always two people at fault. So I keep on washing, but I can't come clean is a reference to my own filth, my own darkness in my soul, my own issues. Anyway, your fake smile everywhere, because she would fake smile, which is just so good to pretend that you care. So, and now that you're gone, I celebrate with wine and song. So it repeats. And now I stand here watching you destroy your life. It seems you've cut yourself and I am the sharper knife. It's all lost on you. Because in the end, like she was the knife that cut me and now she cut herself. I'm the sharper knife because I was the one who left. I was the one who said, can't do this anymore. Now you must face who you are. Salt in the wound and I'm the scar. And that refers to some things. I guess I don't want to totally get into that, what the full meaning of that is. But essentially, I don't know. Regardless, here she is. She's alone. She now has to face who she is. Salt in the wound. In other words, how I cut her. She now is salt in the wound. And I'm the scar. So in other words, for the rest of her life, she will always somehow think of me, be connected. All right, I'll tell you. Fuck it. So because we wrote some songs and we made an album together. And that's the scar. So and I produced her solo album. So literally every time she listens to her own music, I didn't want to say this because some people who know me may know who I'm talking about. And I just, you know what I mean? Like no one else will. I mean, actually only a handful of people would even know who I'm talking about. Anyway, so whatever. I'm sure if you dig on the internet, you'll figure it out, but whatever. It is what it is. So it must be so hard for you to live with yourself and all the things that you do, you know, and then the rest. And now that you're gone, etc., etc. So that's a little bit of the meaning. Again, all artists use exaggeration. She was lovely. She was I was very happy. No. Well, hold on. It was only sort of as the relationship broke down and I started realizing more and more.
Right.
But that, like any relationship, that first year and a half, it's like the honeymoon phase. And I was very happy, actually. But then the cracks started showing, and then I was just like, oh my God, she's a narcissist. You know, I can't live with a narcissist. She's so self-absorbed.
When did this song come about? How far afterwards?
Right.
Or
well,
during?
I mean, again, I don't want to get too into the specifics, but I would probably, I wrote it in Italy, by the way. And so maybe I wrote it 3 or 4 years after the breakup, reflecting back. And even, I think the kernel and the idea of the song actually was happening during the breakup, if I remember correctly. So, Dossie says, the topic of the song is very complicated to describe. Agreed. Most of the time, the thing we are scared of is the fear of losing our relationship. Exactly. Because we know we're good now, and then everything went to shit. Correct? But in relationships, most of the time, either ourself or the partner changes. Correct? So we need to think about that. Also correct. Very wise. The important thing is to be aware that everyone can change from best to bad. 100%, I agree with you. 100%. And it's why I said, Dozy, that when a relationship goes wrong, it's not one person's fault. It never is. And even if it's like, and there's no point assigning blame or quantity of blame. It's just like, this shit didn't work, you know? And honestly, there was I could have stayed in that relationship for the rest of my life, theoretically. She was a musician. She was a singer, songwriter also. So our life was fun, you know? But then I saw this completely self-absorbed narcissist, and I just couldn't. Once that became clear that she was self-obsessed and narcissistic, I couldn't stand it anymore. It got to the point where I was like, this is not healthy for me, you know? And also, there was very little concern for me. You know, it was like the her show. And this is why I said, you should have cared, you should have loved, you should have known. And I feel, you know, sad for her. And you know, once in a while, I'll send her a message. And every now and then she'll send me one, and, you know, whatever. So there's no malice between us, and it didn't end that way. And I made sure, because I was the one who initiated leaving, you know, ending the lease on the apartment. And so I made sure that, you know, she was financially able to, actually, at the time she was making so much money compared to me. So, but I still, you know, contributed and made sure. Anyway, it's all good. And that's fair. You acknowledged it wasn't for you, so you gave it up. Yeah, probably life sent you this hint to grow. Yes, and that's ultimately what then led me to go live in Italy, by the way. That's, you know, that breakup was...
That's what a lot of relationships, I mean, the best relationships are the ones you kind of learn from and walk away from, right? Like you become a better person, and you realize these are the things I like, these are the things I can't tolerate, and these are the things that, you know, I screwed up. So that you take that to the next one, right? And I mean, that's the best scenario for a breakup, and having relationships is growing. Yeah. And I think that if you get in a relationship that ends and you have not grown as a result, you know, it's a failure. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a failure. I think that life, you know, can teach us so many incredible lessons. There's so many things that we can learn. Right.
let's and relationships teach us all these things, you know. And you make your mistakes in one relationship, and then you say, you know what, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, I'm not going to do that, you know.
Yeah.
Even with you and with Emanuele, like we always have these sort of check talks where we just like, you know, like, is everything good? Everything's good, you know, open those lines of communications, and, you know, just to make sure everybody's good and happy and, you know, on the same page. And these are lessons I learned. Communication, man, doesn't matter. Yeah. I always say that, you know, your business partners are like a business partnership is exactly the same as a marriage, but instead of sex, there's money. So we don't make love, we make money together. Hey, look who's here. Look what the cat just dragged in. It's Pascal. Pascal, okay. Hello. And Emanuele's here. Oh my gosh. So hello. Let's see if we can.
Hello.
So
you're gonna have to turn off the stream. You're gonna have to turn off the audio on the stream. Okay, we're good. All right. Well, are you there, Emanuele? You're there.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Now this is where things get very confusing. Did you join the video link, Emanuele?
Well, I'm also joining that.
Okay, perfect. So I got both my business partners are here, and my very, very dear friend Pascal Dennis is also here, and he looks like he's trying to get into the stream and get into the Zoom also. Let me make sure he's got all that good stuff. So, all right. Well,
okay. I mean, into the
other one. All right, there you are. We see you. Look at this. We have everybody's. My God, it's like a big family here. So we are just missing Pascal audio. We have him on video, but we're missing the audio. So anyway. So we'll just wait on him for him to get in with the audio. And so maybe, yeah, we got surprise guests. Pascal Dennis is a very, very dear friend of mine, and he is my artist. I'm talking like a record producer now. So I've been making records for Pascal. Well, Pascal is not actually a part of Orb. He is my artist, as I mentioned. I've been making records for Pascal now for 30 plus years. Our first record was 1995. Yeah. And I guess it was and then we sort of went our own ways for about 20 years or so. And about 6 years ago-ish, so no, we went our ways for, about 23, 24 years. He contacted me on Facebook, and he's like, hey, are you still making records? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, because I want to make a record. Can we work together? And I'm like, 100%. And that was 6 years ago. And we now have 5 albums that I've produced and arranged of his songs. But let's go on to the next song on my album because, I heard you. Pascal. I heard that mic.
We just need him in the Zoom.
Yeah.
To get the audio.
All right, let's do this. We hear you.
Oh, okay.
Songs. But let's go on to the next song. Oh my gosh. Oh, I heard you.
Sweet. Okay. That works.
Oh dear. I'm trying to call him.
No, I think the stream can hear him.
Yeah, but he can't hear us.
I heard you.
Oh.
He can't hear us.
Oh my gosh.
I think can you mute him, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Can you mute him? He's muted. Okay. Because we got to go on with the stream.
Okay.
And so he's not picking up the phone, and he's also not going into the Zoom. And so there's not a whole lot I can do at this point.
I think he heard something because
All right. So we hear you, Pascal. I don't know. Anyway, let's do this. Let's go on to the next song. And then hopefully he'll join in on the
Zoom.
on the Zoom. All right, the next song is called Play With My Heart. Here it goes.
You make my heart beat like a drum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, bum, 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 ba-bum, ba-bum. And if you play this hard, please don't just play for fun. Ba-ba-ba-bum, 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 bum, ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-ba-ba, bum, 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 ba-ba-da-da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. I love the way you play with my heart. I love the way you play that part. I love the way you play with my heart. I love the way you play that part. I want to play it again until the very end. You blast my heart just like a trumpet. And if you play this hard, please don't dump it. I love the way you play with my heart. I love the way you play that part. I love the way you play with my heart. I love the way you
think we got Pascal coming in on the tail end. Are you there, Pascal Dennis? This sounds like a real radio show, doesn't it?
I'm here, man.
Hey, what's going on? So, unfortunately, well, wait, let's see if I can fix this. It's going to look a little weird, but I want everyone at least to be able to. I know, but let's see. Oh, wow, that's bad. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this maybe. And okay, everybody can see everybody except me. I'm the only one not here. But that's okay. Pascal, hello.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Ready for David.
Hey, thank you. So I told everybody our backstory and how we're making records together. And the reason I wanted Pascal here tonight was he was a huge inspiration behind why I actually put this record out. Because, I was always afraid to put out my record. I was always scared and my girlfriend also, pushed me to get this out. And I remember saying to my girlfriend, I said, you know what? If Pascal at 60 years old can put out an album, damn it, I can do it at 56. So thank you, Pascal, for giving me that push and that ability to be brave. So thank you.
My pleasure, man. For everybody listening in, as David said, we go back a long way, and we've been making music together for, 30 years now. And I knew that David was a songwriter, and occasionally I hear snippets, and I'd say, you got to put that out, man. And for whatever reason, he sat on it, the son of a gun, all this time, and it's so wonderful to hear it now. And as you all know, it's wonderfully inventive, the rhythms, the melodies, the harmonies, the singing. He always makes fun of his singing voice, but the singing is right on, so it's wonderful. It's just a great piece.
I mean, that's a big compliment coming from a gentleman who has how many albums now?
Well, with David, we have six, and we've got our album Zero,
six and a half.
Our origin album.
Okay.
6.5.
Yeah. So the reason 6.5. Well, technically, we have 5 albums that you can listen to now on Spotify. Pascal Dennis music. So there's 5 out there right now. Album Zero, I did a little surprise where Bobby is always amazed at my record keeping, that I can find things. You missed it. I played a song that's literally 40 years old. I wrote it when I was 16. Wow. And I still have the files. It was cassette tape transfer. But anyway, our first record we made in 1995, so 31 years ago now. And so I took the files, and it was just my little gesture of, just showing my appreciation to Pascal for all the years of music we've been sharing together. So I remade that album, the first album we ever did. But our first album that we put out is actually, we call album 1. So we have 5 albums on Spotify, and the very first one we call album 0, because it's the origin story album. So anyway, Pascal, thank you so much for joining us. And anything else you want to add?
My wife and son are here, and
I saw Pam dancing.
They were dancing. They just wanted to give you their best wishes as well. Just very brief. I know they want to say hi.
Yeah.
David, huge congratulations.
Yeah, I won't. I can only hear you, or you can only hear me because technical difficulties. But yes, thank you, Matthew.
No, congratulations. I've listened to the album. It's great. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
Good.
It was really good, and I know you put so much work into it. So
I did.
Huge congratulations, and as always. The arrangements were fantastic. I loved the vocals. It's interesting because I only hear your arrangements. I don't always hear your voice, and I thought it was really good. And it was really cool to hear that other side.
That is a very good point. You've heard all of my arrangements of your dad's music,
exactly.
And now you're here. Yeah, no, that's interesting. And for those that don't know, Matthew Dennis is the recording engineer who always does a great job. I get consistent. I get consistent audio files all the time. And because right, they're in Toronto, I'm in Rome, so we have to do everything over the internet. So thank you, Matthew, for always taking care of that. He's also
Yeah, of
working
course.
on the lyric videos as well. Or sorry, the podcast.
Podcasts, yeah. Levi's
So-
still doing the lyric
Yeah.
videos. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for dropping
course.
by. We're
Yeah,
gonna.
and congratulations again. It was
yeah,
great.
thank you. Yeah,
All right.
cool.
And
Thanks, buddy.
I saw you were dancing there, Pam. You were doing
Oh my
your
goodness.
dance.
And now I have, what's it called? An earworm? Yes. Bum, da, da. I can still hear it.
Yeah,
good. Very
it's
good.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. This is Pam Dennis. This is Pascal's wife, and she's amazing and incredibly supportive. We've also had dinners together, one in Florence, one in Rome. Well, actually in our home here outside of Rome. And she's awesome. She's awesome. She even got a closed eye blink from our cat within 10 minutes. So my cat took to Pam, and that's always nice. So thank you so much for dropping by. I think we're going to jump back
gonna
into our, so maybe put Pascal on for
I'm going to do that. I just
Yeah.
want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Sounds fabulous. And here's Pascal.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Well, everyone did their tour, and we're going to basically wrap it up and get back to our listening of the album. You're more than welcome to hang out and stay. But thank you, man. Thank you for everything that you do. And yeah, thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah. My pleasure. Enjoy the evening. I wish I was in Rome with you.
Yeah, that would have been
Get
even
to
better.
have,
That
some
would have been even
Tina's,
better.
Cooking, Anyhow, it's good to see you all. Congratulations! It's a wonderful record, and
Thank you, man.
yeah, you're a genuine maestro and a sensei. And I should say, folks, that I'm blessed not just to have this ensemble, but to have a coach in David. And my writing has become so much better, and my musicality continues to improve because of David. He's a great sensei, as the Japanese say. So
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, sir. We have a great relationship, and another 30 years on. Like we'll do
30
another
years.
tack on.
As we always say, stay the course.
Stay the course, steady as she goes. That's what we say. All right, buddy. Thank you so much for coming by.
Take care, you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thanks.
all right, Pascal.
Take care.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Cool. Well, that was awesome. That was a nice little, it's not, I guess it's a cameo. So let's jump back into what we're doing. And Pascal's amazing. I'm so blessed to have him in my life. He's been wonderful, and we have a great, producer artist relationship. And so I really appreciate him coming by. So let's talk about Play With My Heart. What is that all about? What are the lyrics about in that? This is a song that has a double meaning. So I guess you could say, yeah, because, there's lots of songs that say, don't play with my heart, don't play games with my heart, right? I mean, there's so many songs that have that lyric, don't play with my heart. So I'm saying, play with my heart. I'm inviting you to play with this heart. The double meaning, that's the first, but the second meaning is when you play, you do what? You should play with all of your heart. I play with my heart. Does that make sense? The double meaning?
Right.
So that's why the lyrics make references to actual musical instruments. So let's see here.
Right.
Where are we? Let's go PDF. There we go. All right, so let's get into the lyrics of this song. And I don't know why it's playing games with my heart. It is indeed. What is it doing here? Oh my gosh. I'm nervous, by the way, everybody. I'm totally nervous because this is this is a big deal. All right. So you make my heart beat like a drum. I mean, I think that does not require any explanation. Pretty obvious. And if you play this heart, please don't just play for fun. Okay? And then I'm just sort of mimicking what a drum sounds like. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, right? And then I love the way that you play with my heart. I love the way you play that part, which again has the double meaning. So my girlfriend plays a part in my life, right? But you also play a part when you're playing music. You're playing the drum part, you're playing the trumpet part, and you play a part in a person's life. So these are the double meanings of these lyrics. So I want to play it again. It's like when you're in love, it's like you want to play it again. You want to hear the song again. You want to get more love. You want to be loved. Until the very end, you know, my intention is to stay with my girlfriend until the very end. So then the first one was about the drum. Next, I choose the trumpet. So you blast my heart just like a trumpet. And if you play this heart, please don't dump it. I thought that was such a clever rhyme, but okay. And then I make trumpet sounds. Do 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 shooby dooby doo. Anyway, so and then it repeats. I love the way you play with my heart. I love the way you play that part. I want to play it again. I want to play to the end. Then you play my heartstrings. How many times have we heard that? Pulled on my heartstrings, right? It's a very common expression, right? So, so you play
trumpets.
Say again.
So speaking of trumpets, look who's here.
Oh my God, FP! The man, the myth, and the legend is here. Thank you, FP. By the way, FP trumpet for Emanuele. I think you know his real name, but his FP trumpet name. Anyway, FP trumpet just did another session for us. Let's play it. Should we play it? Can we play it?
I think we can play it.
We can play it. Guys, this is the mighty FP trumpet doing all live trumpet parts. And this is for a project we're working on now. I won't say too much about it. But regardless, this is all FP doing live trumpets. We also have live guitars on this as well. Here we go. Now, I want to explain something. Why do I love working with FP so much? Why is he my first call? Because he does things that I don't ask him to do. I didn't put that crescendo in there. I didn't write that shit. He put it in there, and that's why I love working with him. I wrote da 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 da, and he did. He did all that cool slurring. I didn't ask him to do that. He just does it, and that's why he's amazing. By the way, you guys know. Oh, the authentic button doesn't work on this one, but all right, fine. This is an authentic reaction to his trumpet playing. So you can clip this FP trumpet. This is like a free commercial for you as a trumpet player for your services, because this is real. It's real. The reactions are real. Seriously, man, doesn't get more authentic than this. All right, let's go back to the stream. Thank you for stopping by, FP, and thank you for this great, great work you did. We really appreciate you. Okay, so let's go back, and I don't know, what shall we do next? I guess.
So
tell me.
I have a couple questions.
Go.
I have a couple questions about the production of an album, the order of the songs. You have songs from, nearly 3 decades. Where, how did you decide on these songs? I mean,
it's such a good question, man. Yeah,
the whole thing. I mean, I don't know how else to.
It's a fantastic question. So when Pascal came to me after our hiatus, I'm just going to explain. I do the same for myself. He said, I want to do an album. I want to do 16 songs. I said, all right, well, then we should probably record 24. And he said, but why? I said, because we have to throw it all on the wall and see what sticks. And then literally, it's almost like, the CSI, FBI, espionage, and they have like the the lines being drawn,
right,
and ooh, this is gonna get us to the king of the underworld corruption, and so they're getting clues. It's the same. It's exactly the same. So the first thing is, this album had 18 songs on it. There were 18 songs originally. I wanted to put out all 18, but it made it like an hour and a half long. And Valentina helped. She said, don't do 18. It's too much. She said 13 is perfect, Also, 13 is a very lucky number. Unfortunately, the Gregorians and the church branded it as an unlucky number, but it's actually one of the luckiest numbers ever. We have 13 lunar cycles, for example. It occurs all over nature. So anyway, 13 seemed like the right number for me. So I guess, and by the way, the title of the album, Play With My Heart, is the best title. And that was going to be the first song. But then, and I guess listening, and you also helped me, Bobby, decide to put Wine and Song first, because I think we were in a meeting. And by the way, Bobby helped me with the final mastering of this album, so thank you so much for doing that. But I think I said to you, Wine and Song, it's the best, isn't it? And you're like, yep. I'm like, I should put it first, right? You're like, yep.
Right.
So that's partly so your involvement, Valentina's involvement. So I think what it was is I wanted there to be a grand diversity of styles. So originally there were 18 songs, completed, mixed, mastered, ready to go. And so I just sort of looked at some of the songs and I just sort of felt, well, you know what? I already kind of got a song like that. I don't want to put 2. I already got a ballad. I don't want to put a second ballad on there. So Dreams of You. Actually, we got to listen to that next. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about the lyrics. I just won't explain them. We'll just listen, and
I think when
it's
it comes
too personal.
To explaining lyrics, I don't even mind not going into all of them, because lyrics kind of they speak to people.
They do.
And you project your own
exactly.
into it. So a lot of times when the artist comes through and tells you, no, this is what it means, it's like, well, that's not what it meant to me.
let's do I think maybe let's listen to Dreams of You next. But to answer the question, I had 18 songs, and then I just went through and then decided, oh man, there's one song, maybe I want to play it tonight, because it literally is so painful that I didn't get to put it on the album. I wanted it so bad. The next one. What?
We can go on the next one, right?
Yeah, I know. I really wanted it for this one. Anyway, but that's how it worked. I had 18 songs, and then I just went in and decided, all right, well, this one is too much like that. This song is a little bit too much like this song. Let's see, for example, if I just go in here real quick, I'm just gonna look at the long version. So here it is. Yeah, I found it. So there was a song called Soul Journey, Queen Takes All, Mine Forever. So Mine Forever is like a Latin number. And I have a lot. Dance With Me. Actually, we should do Dance With Me. That is such a great. I love the percussion.
I think the fans really want to hear Dreams of You.
Yeah. No, Dreams of You is such a good one, man. All right, let's do that. Here we go. Anyway, does that answer the question? I don't know if I answered your question. Yeah. Basically, you basically. I had 18 songs. This sounds too much like this. These two are very similar, and the goal was not to have an album where it was like one genre. The goal was to basically have completely different genres and show the diversity of my production value and my songwriting skills. So I tried to find something that was balancing everything, because, you know, if this is the only record I ever put out, it's not, but if it is, it's like, for all the Pac-Man fans, it's a magma opus. If you're a Pac-Man fan, wah, 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 wah. For everybody else, a magnum opus. So here we go. Here's Dreams of You. Here we go.
Dreams of you, dreams can come true. I am so close yet so far away, a single ocean in just a single day. Dreams of you keeping me alive, dreams of you helping me survive, dreams of you, dreams can come true. These dreams are the rain that wash away my pain. Let new life grow, let my love show. I know you know, I can see your heart glow. Dreams of you keeping me alive, dreams of you helping me survive, dreams of you, dreams can come true, dreams of you, dreams can come true. I am so in love with you. What can I do? I can only dream of you. Dreams of you. Dreams can come true. Dreams of you, dreams can come true. Dreams of you keeping me alive, dreams of you helping me survive, dreams of you. Dreams can come true. My dreams came true.
You see, Nick, I told you there's a happy ending. My dreams came true. So I want to explain something before you ask any questions. I just want to explain something important about the songwriting process. With very few exceptions, these songs are not about any one person or any one thing or any one event. You know, this song specifically is a idealized version of what a perfect love or a perfect life can feel. And this idea of being, I'm like so close but so far away all at the same time. You know, this idea of, you know, these dreams are the rain that wash away my pain. I mean, it's a very, very powerful line. In other words, it's your dreams that bring you some happiness that can cleanse some of the pain of your life, you know. And then the line, you know, let new life grow, let my love show, right? So, but in the end, yeah, like, you know, it says like, I'm so in love with you. That's for sure my girlfriend I'm talking about. So what can I do? I can only dream of you. I mean, that I love that line, right? Like, I am so in love with you. So what can I do? I can only dream of you. Like, that's all I can do. And then finally, in the end, my dreams come true. So, yeah, I cried almost every time I heard this. Now, production-wise, so stripped down, right? Very simple, light bass, just root notes, simple guitar, ukulele, single ukulele, not like double tracked or anything. Single voices, no double tracking. So, because the focus of this song is, believe it or not, my voice. And yes, it's really me singing. And, oh gosh,
And these are all
dreams of
recorded.
you.
You didn't use any virtual instrument here.
Say again?
These are all recorded. You didn't use any virtual instruments here. Or any
The
instrument.
ukulele is live. The ukulele is live. And then the
Okay.
bass is trillion, so sample.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the arpeggios, I think actually was east-west. So,
Okay.
but the main thing is the ukulele and the voice. And I was attempting to prove that was really me singing, dreams of you, keeping me alive, dreams of you, helping me survive. Yeah, I hit those notes, damn it. So that's with no warm-up, no practice, just boom, live on the stream. Because some people say, like, oh, I can't believe that's really you singing. It's like, yeah, it is. Any questions before we move on to the next one? The next one is not sad at all. There's not even a hint of sadness in the next one. Did you, Emanuele, have a question, or Bobby, any question before?
I just said like what I said before, you know, like, about the samples. That
Yeah,
was my
no.
question.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Bobby, anything before I move on?
No, I'm
No?
good on this one.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so this next song is called Dance With Me. The lyrics are really quite meaningless. The lyrics don't mean a thing, in fact. I mean, I call it these self-writing lyrics. Like, they're just so obvious. But this song is all about the melodies, it's about the production, it's about the percussion, and it's about this massive crescendo build-up to when everything finally kicks in, and then it sounds like a James Bond movie for a moment. Here we go. It's true.
There could only be one chance to find your true love and romance. This could be the only song, but my heart will go on and on and on. So dance with me tonight. Love needs a chance so it can take its flight. And with your hand on my heart, nothing can tear us apart. Don't be afraid to put your heart in mine. It's after midnight, it is the right time. Can you hear the music of my soul? Your heart beats faster, you're losing control. So dance with me tonight. Love needs a chance so it can take
James Bond part.
I see your eyes as they search inside mine. Sunshine or rain, tell me what did you find? Bodies move together as we become one. We must surrender to this passion. So dance with me tonight. Love needs a chance so it can take its flight. And with your hand on my heart, nothing can tear us apart. Dance with me tonight. Love needs a chance so it can take its flight. And with your hand on my heart, nothing can tear us apart. So dance with me tonight. Love needs a chance so it can take its flight. And with your hand on my heart, nothing can tear us apart.
So, couple
Very
things.
good.
Sorry?
Very good.
Oh, thank you,
That was a
thank
lot
you.
of fun.
Couple
Yeah.
things here. I hate songs that fade out. Only one song, ironically, Freedom, is the only one that has a fade out. I always write endings to songs. Beethoven couldn't fade out. Mozart couldn't fade out. Haydn couldn't fade out. I write endings to everything. My dreams came true. Right? There's always an end. So I love endings. And yes, this is greatly described by Nick. It's Latin James Bond. Now, my challenge, what I wanted to do was bring classical music elements together with Latin. And I guess the thing I would point out to everything, and I suppose maybe the parts that I'm super proud, listen here.
But my heart will go on and on and on.
So you will hear a string quartet grooving. Check it out.
So dance with me tonight. Love needs a chance so it can take its flight. And with your
So this was a big challenge. And then just those chords in the beginning being played by flute, oboe, and clarinet harmonizing. Solo cello. So my idea was I love classical music. I also love Latin music. How do I put them together? And it wasn't, the thing is, it was not conscious. It wasn't like that. I woke up one day, maybe I'll do that. I was mostly searching for things, ways of playing the chord, because I knew I wanted it to build up to that James Bond part. So I was like, what can I do? And I tried things with guitars. I tried organ. I tried everything. And I'm just like, man, what if I just did like flute, oboe, clarinet, alternating thirds in harmonization to outline the chords. And then the solo cello line wrote itself pretty much. And you know what's so funny? Dance With Me is the same chords as Play With My Heart. I was going to redo Dance With Me. And so I took the exact same chords, same key. And I was originally trying to make Dance With Me work as what you hear in Play With My Heart. But then I was just like, ba da da ba 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 bum ba 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 bum. So I just like this other, and I'm just like, no, this is new music. Fuck it. And I just wrote a new song. So, yeah, fudge. Oh, man. So, I don't know. Anybody have any questions David? Yeah, tell me.
I have one question. So,
Tell me.
which is very technical again.
Sure.
It's just about what libraries did you use for the strings and how did you manage with the velocities to get that kind of effect?
Thank you for asking that.
I would guess that's a flatus, but I'm not sure.
No,
Spitfire.
not even close. This is literally like 10 years ago I did this, man. This is
really?
tech
Sounds
of
very
10
good.
years ago. Yeah. So, literally, it's 10 years old. You know what it is? It's the 8-dio adagietto. Yeah, it's a very underrated. And the reason it's underrated is a lot of the rhythm on it is out of whack. Like the things don't play correctly. If you play a chord, you get notes at different times. But if you're willing to go in, and by the way, they back in the day, it was sold for like $1,000, and then eventually they were like, yeah, this is kind of bullshit. Let's sell it for 49 euros. So it's their cheapest library. You can buy for 19 euros now.
I think I have Adagietto.
You do, for sure. I know for a fact you
probably.
do. Yeah. I know for a fact because I set up your hard drive.
Yeah.
So it is so criminally underrated, that library. There's Adagio and Adagietto, and it's the Adagietto.
Sounds very good.
It's
yes.
so good. And so, but here's the real answer to the question. That's the tool. What I did was meticulously slide notes around, meticulously worked with the velocities to make sure it was like because that's what I wanted. I wanted it to mimic what the drums do later. Right? And so that's basically
So dance with me tonight.
and obviously I'm, panning things around a little bit. Like I always do, I don't play everything on one track. So I put violas and cellos firsts and seconds on separate tracks so that I have full control. My string arranging before a flatus, it's about the arrangements. It's never about the library, but a flatus does make it easy. But it's the hours that I put in. Adagietto is really, it's so underrated. I love that library. And I use it on a lot of the spiccato bowings you hear on this whole album were done with that, in fact. Like Love is a Bird, that's another one. And it's so sad. Love is a Bird, it's such a lovely song. It's like a waltz and everything. And I wanted to sing it in Italian. I wanted to translate it. But unfortunately, it can never be translated into Italian. I think you know why, Emanuele. Love is a bird.
Love is a bird, yeah.
You cannot do it. So in English, a rooster is also called what? Okay, so rooster is called cock, right? And so you can't really, in a love song, say, oh, baby, how I love you every time. Makes me feel free like a cock. It just won't work. And there's no way you can say bird in Italian without that image. So it's very sad because I really wanted to do that song in Italian, very much so. Okay, sorry, this is not on the album. Forget it. No, I'm not going to do it. I wrote a song in Italian. I wanted to play it, but nah. It's half Italian anyway, and it's not really done, so.
So this was 10 years ago?
This is all
right?
10 years ago, yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Were you in Italy at that time?
Yep, this was written and produced in Italy, so
When you
maybe
first came to-
8 or 9 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the majority of this album, was written like so I stopped writing basically 6 years ago. Just like a fountain, it just switched off. Why? because I moved in with the love of my life and just became happy. It's true. Happiness is the worst thing for an artist. It's horrible.
It's the misery and torture that brings out the best.
You
stuff
got
sometimes.
it. It's the longing, the yearning. Oh, some of the songs. I mean, seriously. And if anybody wants to really read some fucking dark lyrics, listen to Blood and Bones. That is one dark song with some very dark lyrics on it. So, yeah, so happiness really sucks. For art, it's great for my life, you know. And honestly, I've never been happier in my life. I have two amazing business partners. I have my wonderful Valentina. I have these amazing fans. I have Pascal that, you know, I make records with. I mean, shit, man. So, you know, when people do their thank yous and special thanks, you know, like that doesn't exist anymore. So I do want to just say it's the simplest list. It's the four I just mentioned. So, you know, Pascal, great artistic partnership, making records for him. I just arrange, mix, produce, and he writes the lyrics and the songs. I really want to thank Pascal. Thank you so much for you know, trusting me with your music for 30 years, you know. Obviously, Bobby, thank you, you know, for being a part of the Orb team and, you know, dealing with all my bullshit. Emanuele, you know, you so for those that are watching, you know, Bobby and I go back, I guess 4 years ago. About 4 years. So, but working together like 1 year now, right?
Right.
Emanuele and I go back 10 years, just about 9.5-ish. I think once we hit, because I think, it'll be exactly 10 in 2026. So
yeah, I think it will be.
It will. Be so, and working together for 8.5, 9 of those, and so. And Emanuele started off really in a very, you know, starter position, and he worked his way up to being a partner. So thank you, Emanuele, also for dealing with my bullshit. And and thank you for just being there and, you know, through the years, and actually during one of the most difficult periods of my entire life ever. Emanuele was there the whole time helping me through it. And man, thank you. And then obviously the most important thank you of all is for Valentina, my wonderful, wonderful girlfriend. And I'm going to just 2 seconds go ask her, does she want to say hello?
Yeah.
I'm going to just
I think she's played a pretty
big role. Let's see.
Right.
Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Sure.
No.
Hey, Spin. No, actually, Nick, I hope you don't lose your job. And Spin, how did your interview go? You guys can respond in the chat, and I'll hear it in like 30 seconds. Well, since you don't know, Nick, one of the guys in the chat,
so do you want to?
Is working while watching the stream, so we kind of.
Oh yeah.
So we kind of make sure he doesn't lose his job.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I hope not. I hope it's more of a joke.
I think it will be fine.
I hope it's not serious.
I think it will be fine.
We're in luck, guys. She's very shy, but I said the people on the stream wanted to meet you, and I want to thank you, and she's coming. But of course, being Italian, she's probably like, oh, I don't want them to see this shirt, so I'm going to put my jacket on. Yeah, I know you. She's laughing. Come, sit down, baby. Thank you. Thank you. The one who deals with the most amount of my bullshit.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. This is Valentina, everybody, and I want to thank you, baby, for just putting up with me for the last 6 years. It's been an amazing journey. I mean, it's been 10 years, really, but 6 years living under the same roof and her having to listen to all the fucking noise that goes on in here. And thank you so much, baby, for supporting. And by the way,
I was watching the live from the living room.
And now you're even more live.
You arrive at real.
Yeah, she's watching me on the stream, and then I arrive in real life. That must have been strange. But listen, guys, this record would not be in existence without Valentina, because it was her. 6 years. You should put your record out. You should put your record out. So really, the only reason I put out my record is just so she would stop complaining. That's it.
Like the Chinese drop. Do you have this expression?
Which one?
Chinese drop.
Oh yes, Chinese water torture. Exactly. Yeah. It became like that. Yes. So, thank you for pushing me and supporting me. Okay, baby.
Okay, see you later.
She always does this. It's the strangest thing. You know, when I kiss her publicly, she kisses me on the cheek. I don't know. Hey, it's all good. Anyway, you're just poor Nick. Nick is getting destroyed tonight. He's like always on the verge of crying. But listen, you guys, I have 4 incredible people in my life that are always working with me, pushing me. You know, Manuele is an executive producer, so like he is the final listening. He and I work very closely together. He was there when I recorded the live orchestra. He's always there making suggestions. He's always there helping me improve. He played, well, in this album, not so much. It was Bobby that really helped me with the album. But you guys do different things. You know, we do different things in our relationships. And you're too busy to help me with the album right now, Emanuele. So,
yeah, well.
You know,
it is
so,
quite a lot of,
and you know what, Bobby stepped up because he just wanted to be a part of it. He's just like, dude, I want to help you with your album. And I said, but it has nothing to do with Orb. He's like, that's okay, you know. And so I have some hearing issues, just so you guys know, and it's very difficult for me to hear the high end. And Bobby, actually, I trusted him literally with the most important job of my entire career, which was the final listening and the final mastering. But Emanuele helped too, because, you know, Emanuele would tell me like, oh, you know, it sounds really brittle or harsh. So
yeah,
everybody was involved in a little way. So, and some more than others, but mostly my wonderful girlfriend, who kept saying, you should put it out, you should put it out, you should put it out. So I don't know. What do we want to maybe wrap up for the night, or do you want to listen?
Well, we could do one.
I'm
more
good.
Song.
I'm good.
One more song, I think it's fine.
One more song.
Let's do one more song.
So,
what are we thinking? I don't know if you want to end on Blood and Bones, but
no, that is so dark.
Okay.
I think Freedom. Let's do Freedom, because
perfect.
So many people love this song. I'm getting so many people telling me how much they like it. Or we could do half of one, half of another.
Yeah, we could. Yeah,
let's do that.
That's probably a better idea. You don't have to go through the whole thing.
So I'm going to do Love is Like Breathing, and I'll maybe sort of come in. It has all these breaks, so I'll play towards the end of one break and then coming into, let's see, what is this one? There we go.
Love is like breathing. I cannot live without it. Your love is revealing. It's inside of me.
So there's a little taste of that. I was going for that like classic late 50s, the first reverb string sounds that you heard on a lot of those old records. And I just wanted like a misty, dusty, you know, Love is Like Breathing, and my voice is a little bit raspy. So so that was all I was going for here. And the string arrangements, I really thought a lot about those. And some of those chords are inspired by Bach, in fact. So if Bach wrote a blues, it would sound a little bit like this. But this is not really a blues. I mean, these kinds of chords are really you know, like a dominant seventh in third inversion that's what one of the, so one of the chords is I'm doing, what am I doing? Yeah, so I'm doing I think it's a C minor 7 to C7 in third inversion, which means that I'm going from, instead of trying to explain this, it's hard to explain without understanding what the hell are you talking about, man. Oh, and I don't have any. All right, well, can I do it? No, I can't do it with that either. Oh my God, I have no instruments for making. Let me try and open this. Piano, there we go. So yeah, it's there we go. So I'm doing this chord progression. So this is a very, very Bach-esque type of chord progression. So yeah, so just, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, I was going for these sort of grand string arrangements that you would hear on like old Andy Williams records and Frank Sinatra, and, you know, those big, lush, you know, orchestral ballads, you know. And then coming out to this
Please don't leave me, never leave me, 'cause I would die without you. Love is like breathing.
So those big breaks, and you think the song is over. Love is like breathing, and then I come in. So that was the idea behind this song. And yeah, I was literally screaming, and I think the very final one, I think I might have screamed as loud as I could scream. So, not like death metal. And Manuel is like, yeah, growling, man.
Love is like breathing.
Yeah, anyway, that was a fun one. All right, let's do Freedom. Yeah, a lot of people like this song. This is... I'll shut up and just play it. Basically that one. So I literally live by these words, fear consumes passion. And the thing is, I was not living this to the fullest because I didn't release this solo album because I was afraid. And so the fear literally consumed my passion. And I try not to let my fear consume my passion. Those are the words I live by. And it's immortalized in that song. And that song is powerful. So the female opera singer was my best friend from high school, in fact. She was a gifted soprano. And I made a sample of her voice. So I have that. And by the way, do you remember, Emanuele, the one of the Halloween games we did? It was a Halloween game, and it had that waltz that was like spooky mystery music. I forgot which one it was, but
Yeah.
I used her on that track as well.
Okay.
I use it a lot. She's amazing. So so that's that. Then I have a sample disc called oh my gosh, what the hell is it called? It's Voices of Native America is what it's called. And so it had these Navajo chants. That's what you hear, those male Navajo, you know, ah, ah, that's Navajo. And then I found an Arabic prayer call that also sounded beautiful. So there are 3 voices in here that are not my voices. All the other voices on the record are all my voices, harmonies including. This, and so stylistically it's quite different, you know, the fact that I'm adding different kinds of voices. So any questions from the audience or from Emanuele or from Bobby?
Is the sample library the same that then got into Omnisphere, as far as you know? Voice of South America.
Right. Okay. So Eric Persing, the Voices of Asia. I don't think he did Voices of Native America. I don't know. He might have, but I don't think it's in Omnisphere. And if you look at the retired legacy products, he says parts of this CD are in Omnisphere. Parts of these are here. Parts of the so he didn't put the whole thing. Just selected parts. So yeah, those Navajo chants, and they're, I mean, just got to hear that again. They're really powerful. That's Amy. Navajo. You know, like that is. I feel a spiritual power in this song from all of that. You know, there's different voices that give us different feelings, and it's deeply personal, this song, and dark, very dark lyrics, but not dark. You see, when I say, you know, freedom inside my final breath, I come to you in death, it's not a song of like, oh, I want to die and I'm going to commit suicide song. It's not like that. Blood and Bones is closer to that. If you want death and destruction, listen to Blood and Bones. But this one is more like sort of coming to terms with your own mortality, but also your pain, the pain that most artists feel in their life, and knowing that I will only find peace after my death, and that I believe something happens after death. That's the other part of the song, right? So again, it's not like a, oh, I want to die song. It's freedom inside my final breath, I come to you in death. So, and you know, I spoke to you in dreams of innocence and grace. Follow your heart to find this place, and I will be there. This is my conversation with death. You understand? It's a conversation, you know. I follow the path to your soul. I have no choice and no control. Fear consumes passion, right? They're very powerful lyrics. And so powerful they're tattooed on my arm. So actually, a friend of mine, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask, here it is. Here's your album. How does it feel?
Guys, it feels amazing, man.
You feel relief?
I feel,
You feel-
did you hear that sigh, that breath that just came out there, man?
Yeah.
That's precisely, it's better than any words I got. You know what it is? I was a chicken shit for 25 years. I was afraid. The real answer is I was just afraid. I was letting fear consume my passion. And now I'm in a very good place in my life. I've got great people in my life now, the right people in my life. Guys, listen, I'll give you a really good rule to live your life by. If anyone is toxic or anybody makes you feel anxious, just cut them out, man.
Right.
Anxiety, I mean, that's a part of any relationship to a certain degree, but toxicity, cut it out, man. Don't allow toxic people in your life, man. And work on your own toxicity, because everyone can be a little bit toxic, you know, but it's like the abusive toxic people, emotionally abusive people, toxic people, like, yeah, just cut them out, man. They don't belong in your life, you know, and you'll be so much better off without those kind of people, yeah, in your life. Hey, thank you so much, Display Dips Shreds. So many
Dipsy Dip
colorful
Shreds.
So many colorful names in our chat. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you again. And thanks to everybody. And yeah, the way I feel right now is positively. Oh, it's Adam. Hey, Adam. My God, David Adam is here. Yeah, he was there in the very first streams I ever did. Thank you, David. Nice to have you here. Thank you for showing up. Means a lot to me. But yeah, I feel great. I feel amazing. I feel... what is the word? Like, not vindicated, because I wasn't guilty. Well, I was guilty of not releasing my album for 25 years. So there's a bit of vindication, I suppose. Validation. You know what, guys? I think everybody seeks validation from external sources, and that's the wrong place. You should be validating yourself. So this album is a self-validation. I listen to the string quartet making Latin rhythms and grooving, and I feel objectively that is super cool. I do. I just think it's super cool. And so I feel that, like, I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, I'm patting myself on the shoulder, but I deserve a fucking big pat on the shoulder. It was a lot of work to do this record. A lot of fucking work. So I feel there are things that could have been better, some songs that, you know, maybe I didn't do the best I could have, but I think every album is like that. You've got your sort of crown jewels, right? Not every song can be Bohemian Rhapsody. Not every song can be We Are the Champions. So, you know, I think I have like 4 or 5 bangers on there. And Dreams of You, I mean, that is a deeply personal song. And somebody said, I think it's David's, and then they said the name of a song I never heard of. If anything, this is my Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's kind of what it is. That my Dreams of You is my Somewhere Over the Rainbow, a little bit, you know? Yes, fulfilled, Nick, is a great, I feel content and fulfilled. Incredible fulfillment. That's the perfect word, Nick. Thank you. Guys, it feels amazing. And really thank you to all the people in the chat. Thanks to Bobby, thanks to Emanuele, thanks to Pascal and to Valentina. And you know what? I got to do a shout out to Brant Gordon, you know, my homie, my real, true homie. He and I have been best friends for, since I was 13, I guess. Yeah, he was 12, I was 13. So that's like 1983-ish, whatever. So, yeah. My God. So like 40, I guess. Yeah, like more than 40 years now. That's insane, man. That's really insane. Yeah, like I guess 42, 43 years he's been my best friend. And he's an incredible guy. He's the one guy I can literally tell anything to. There's very few people like that you'll ever have. Like I can tell him the worst of the worst and he'll listen. He's a wonderful friend. And so I got to do a shout out to him. So, yeah, man. Anyway, anything else before we wrap it up? Yes, that's correct, Nick. Not everything needs to be the next groundbreaker, you know? And you know what else I think I would say to everybody, to any artist? Art is the pursuit of perfection. Operative word being pursuit.
Right. It's never finished.
It's never finished, exactly. Pablo Picasso said, once you've called a painting finished, you've robbed it of its soul. Because art is a process. It's never done. And I guess for 25 years, I wanted the perfect album. I wanted it to be like a Peter Gabriel, like Us or So, you know, these two iconic albums of his. And I realized it never will be, because I'm not Peter Gabriel. I don't have unlimited money and like an SSL G series console, like just in my living room. And like the best engineers on earth, the best like Tony Levin on bass, and you know, whoever he wants on drums, Phil Collins or Steve Gadd or Vinnie Colaiuta. He can have anybody on drums, you know. I don't have that. And that was the thing. I thought about it, like calling FP to do the horn parts, and I thought, no, this has to be all you, no one but you. And so there's only one exception, and that's Amy, but she's a sample. You know, she didn't come and sing on the record, right? It's just, she's like any other sample in my sample library. So, and by the way, the violins, those slidey, bendy violins on Dance With Me, that's GeoShred. So I want to do a shout out to GeoShred and give them some acknowledgement for an amazing, it's not a sample library, it's a physical model that works on the iPad. So thank you to everybody at GeoShred. I love your products, and it's on my debut solo album. So there we go. Anything else, or we're good to wrap here?
I think we're good.
All right. Well, I don't know how enough ways I can say thank you to everybody. So just thank you, man. Thanks to everybody for everything. And I guess maybe I would just end with a selfish plug, if it's okay with everyone. I'll just put the link, my link tree in the chat. And if you guys can just do me a solid, if you appreciate any of my life advice, see, that's toxic. That's an example of being toxic. It's so subtle, you guys, but there's a very good example of what toxicity looks like. If you, then you will. This is more manipulation, but it's toxic. So I'm going to put my link in, and, you know, I would be grateful if you shared it with your friends and your family. So, yeah, I removed my if statement. I've learned a lot, guys. I did therapy for a while. You know, I learned a lot of things in therapy. So there you go. All right. Well, there it is. There's the link. That's the listen party. My debut album is officially out. And that's it. That's it, man. It's done. Cool. All right, man. Well, thank you so much to Bobby and Emanuele for joining me tonight on the stream. And obviously the last thank you has to go to Valentina. Thank you, baby. Thank you for everything. And I suppose that's it, yeah? I think we're good to wrap here. So I'm going to end the stream and wish everybody all the best. Thank you guys so much for coming.